So what I did is I took some Italian sausages and I sliced them very thin. And I'm going to saute them in the pan, and that's all their extra oil that we'll pour off later if you so choose to, or you could use it as flavoring depending on your diet, your style. I'm just here to show you some little quick, neat ways to make food. So now I'm making this with instant grits. Some people like to use the old-fashioned one. I'm using instant right now, so I'm going to add my water. And then, for those of you who like cheese, this is Daiya cheese. It's non-dairy, but it gives us, you know, the illusion that we are eating cheese. And let's face it, it's really about deprogramming ourselves on some of the things that we were taught in the past that were good for us or good to us that aren't really. So this is a version, a style of, you know, cheddar cheese that makes us feel like, you know, we're still eating that bad stuff. I'm going to now just stir it up, and I'm going to then prepare it according to its microwavable instructions, nothing fancy. And we're going to put it in the microwave, and I'll see you in a few. All right, so I put some peppers, onions, and garlic that I cut up earlier. Oh my God, that aroma smells so good. In the pan that I already cooked the sausage in, and I took some of the grease out. But you know, the secret to really good flavor, today we're not talking about health, we're talking about a good old Southern meal. The key to really good flavor is using all of the leftover crumbs and pieces of meat and flavors that are involved. So I left some of the sausage juice and gravy, a little bit of the grease, and I added a little plant-based butter because I'm going to be adding shrimp to this, but I want to cook these onions down a little bit, and peppers. Oh my gosh, I wish you were in here. Now this is the shrimp that I have marinated, and it was overnight. You know, I let it sit, and I have some citrus seasoning. I'm going to toss these in. I'm going to toss them around a little bit. Again, you know. All right, so now we're going to toss this shrimp around just a little bit. Let it get all good and start to cook some, but we're not going to cook it all the way because we're going to add some other things to it. So we don't want it well done, or overdone, should I say, because the shrimp, oh my God, it smells so good. So now I'm going to pull the shrimp out real quick, just because it's what I like to do. It's the only way I can guarantee it's not overcooked. When I grow up and get some other techniques, I'll share them with you, but for now, better safe than sorry. So I've got some nice citrus flavor in there. The shrimp are slightly cooked. I guess if we were boiling, we'd say blanched, but it's not blanched. And now I'm going to take the sausage that I cooked earlier. I'm going to add it to it. I'm going to stir it in. So we get now the nice sausage flavor. And that's how it looks, so you can see. And now, I'm going to take a little cornstarch, and that's what I use sometimes, depends what I'm cooking, to give my sauces a little thickness to it, because when I make this, it's going to have some gravy-like to it. And I'm going to give a couple of drops of lemon, because I like the citrus flavor with my shrimp and sausage. So I'm going to stir that up a little. And as you can see, it's starting to thicken up in some areas. So this is how I make a thicker gravy. If I was making an old-fashioned gravy, I would make a roux, which is with flour, and just keep turning it and flipping it around in the heat until it gets to the texture that I would like based on the meal I'm making. So I'm going to add a little bit of water. And now, as you can see, the gravy is starting to be created. Now, I don't usually like spices, but this is good old-fashioned Old Bay, and we talked about it before. And usually, you know, you use it with a little kick, but because this is kind of a Louisiana-style meal, I'm going to use a little bit of Old Bay because I'm not afraid of it in this meal. It is spicy, it bites you, you know, you got to be prepared to bite it back. And so now, just letting that cook in some. Beautiful. Stir it up some. Now I'm going to add my shrimp. I'm actually going to turn the heat off because, again, I don't want my shrimp overcooked. That's one good way to make me mad. Give me chewy, tough shrimp. So now, as you can see, we have shrimp and sausage and a nice thick gravy the way I like it. It's citrus seasoned with a little bit of Old Bay. I'm going to put it back on the stove. I'll be right back. All right, so now we're back. And I'm going to grab the grits, the cheesy grits, or the version of cheesy grits, out of the microwave. And we're going to plate this. So, you know, when you look at my plates, food, I believe, has to be just as sexy as it tastes. So, this is just 2 packets of instant grits. Again, you can make the original if you so choose. But my whole purpose a lot of times, sometimes it's about nutrition and learning, and sometimes it's just about getting the job done. And then, hang on, get my other serving spoon. And now we're going to, so this is how I laid it out in the bowl, a little higher. And then I'm going to just take some of this, and I'm just going to scoop it right over it. Make sure I get a good little bit of sausage in there as well. And that is Shirley's version of as close as you can get to Southern style shrimp and grits, cooked pretty fast and looks pretty good, I must say so myself. If you have any questions, you want to ask me anything, just give me a buzz, give me a shout out, make a comment after I post this video.